why are you hitting a THC pen in a vape? I've already told you about this.
Yeah.
And he fucking went the off on me, pulling a fucking gun on me. Why does he even have a gun in the house? I didn't mean to fucking do that, dude. He freaking swung at me and I just lost my shit and I just got him on the ground. You see how short I am?
On November 1st, 2024, officers responded to a residence following a report of a woman choking and hitting her younger brother after showing up unannounced to look for her mail, despite him repeatedly telling her to leave.
OC, that's her name, that's Laura's sister's name.
Okay.
OC in the past has called him names and everything. She just kept going on and on about how, like, I shouldn't do this for y'all, and I don't know what, and then
What would she be doing for y'all?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we help her with kids.
Where does she live at?
Pine Forest, off Pine Forest.
Oh, she lives right over there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And he basically told her to shut up, and she got in his face and said, "Say it to me one more time. Say it to me one more time." And you can't do anything. You can't do anything, and just flat out slapped him in the face. And then he stood up, and then them two went at it. He body slammed him, and then he's got a mark on his neck from where she put his hands around his neck. And that's when I basically was like, no, that's
And
not.
she grabbed him in the crotch area.
Yeah.
Hair too, all of it.
I witnessed all of it. His glasses were slung on the ground. I mean, his shoes were practically coming off. Then I said something. I was like, I'm fixing the phone wall. I was like, that's not okay. And then she was like, you need to stay in your own lane. I was like, I am in my own lane, but I'm not fixing to sit there and watch you. You were 22.
Yeah.
I was like, and that is out of all people. And then she had my face. She was like, you need to stay in your lane. I was like, no. And then she slapped me in my face. But I don't have a mark, but she slapped me in my face.
Right.
And that's when I walked outside and I made the phone call.
Did she just leave on her own after that, or?
She left on her own, but he told her like 4 or 5 times to leave before she actually left.
What did she do in the house? Didn't y'all say she ran through?
Yeah, she ran through the room needing mail, I guess, or something.
Oh, she was trying to find mail or something while she came here?
That's not really.
When's the last time she lived here?
Good 4
years ago.
No, she just gets mail. Is she diagnosed anything? No, she's not. Doesn't have any mental okay.
No, she's mentally upset. She is mentally, but she hasn't ever been diagnosed.
Oh, okay.
And she should not have been getting mail here because her mother, they're different fathers, has been gone here a year and a half, or almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
And they've been told, don't let their mail come here. For some reason, it may have. I don't know what she was looking for. I wasn't even here.
And he's not the same dad as her. Is it formerly stepdad, or are they still married, or?
They've never been married.
They're never married?
15 years.
Okay.
Then
Gotcha.
when something happened, she went with her man. They've had babies. But she comes back and forth. But she kind of like broke in today. She went there and unlocked that door. She didn't knock or nothing.
Right.
She didn't.
Now that OC, has she ever lived here with you before?
Yes, she had.
Oh, she had. Okay.
As a young child. Yeah.
Right. How long ago was that? You said 5-6 years ago?
Yeah.
How long did y'all live together for?
All my life.
All your life? Okay. Okay. And who does she live with now?
Her
and her boyfriend and her kids.
Okay.
Kids.
Let's see, is your hand here hurt or is that?
Oh, it's on his elbow, on his arm.
Yeah, I might have to ask you, it may sound silly, but do you need medical or anything? You sure? Okay, you're not hurt to that extent? Okay.
I grew up with, I used to come over here when I was a little kid too, and I just lived right back there.
Yeah.
And he is doing homeschooling.
Yeah.
Good.
That happened as of this week. You stopped going to the high school.
Has she ever touched you before like that? Has she never got physical with you before? This is not like her? She came here alone?
She came here alone. She had her kids in the car.
How many kids does she have? Two. Okay.
You don't think her boyfriend was with her.
I don't think it was just her.
Oh, just her? Okay.
But I do know his daddy, I think, is on his way home, and he wants to press charges.
Right. So you're not related, you're just neighbor,
no,
kind of grew up with the family, though? Okay.
He's just like my little brother.
How's your relationship with her?
Not the best, honestly.
Okay.
It's went a lot downhill. She doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
She really only gives a crap about her and her boyfriend and her kids, and if you're not one of them, then you can basically just kick rocks.
Right.
As a kid, to me, she was abusive as a kid.
So let me ask you this. Since you were struck by her, are you looking to press charges on her? Because he doesn't have an option. Because you aren't a relative and you don't live here, so that's domestic violence. So the state picks that up. Mm-hmm. So I have to do a report. I have to document this. But you have that decision if you wanted to or not.
What did your mother say?
My mom says she doesn't think I should get into it a lot. So,
Well, what she's facing with a juvenile is a lot worse than she would be with her. So, I mean, that's your call.
yeah.
But
Would I have to say yes or no right now?
yeah, we can't change. I mean,
No,
okay.
I think this more.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, if you do, then you can't be a witness to this, and then I can't charge her for this either, really, because
It more happened to him.
Yeah.
I'm fine. There's no marks on me.
nothing happened to you. I mean, you got
I
smacked.
got
though.
smacked, yeah, but he got thrown to the ground. So.
Is she a big girl or is she
No,
No?
really. She's honestly
just
a
violent?
little shorter than
Just
me.
violent?
Yeah, it's just.
Jesus.
So, I don't know.
Okay. All right, then I'm back down by your side. So you said she got you here on the neck.
She got me right here.
What did you say this is called because he's a minor?
Well, it's domestic violence because they're related and they lived together before. So that's what it
Domestic
constitutes.
violence on a minor.
Now, you said she grabbed you by around the
Yeah,
neck.
right here,
At
then I
any
got-
time were you unable to breathe when she got?
No, it was
Okay.
just very uncomfortable. She just had me like pinned very down.
And that's how she
grabbed
took
my
you to
hair.
the ground? Okay. Anything else on you that's bruised? You said she hit you in the face?
Yeah,
or struck-
I sort of got slammed right there.
Okay. So just like you're watching a movie, can you just walk me through like when she comes into the house?
She came in through the laundry door. She came in through the laundry room.
Where were you at when she
I was
came?
on the couch.
Okay.
Right there. I was on my phone. She came busted in just asking, was I at school or not? And I told her, no, I'm not. You know, I'm here. And she just comes up to me. I've been calling you and stuff, you know, answering. And I said, you know, I've got a new number. And then she said, she got up in my face and she started
Are
arguing
you
about
still
where
sitting on the couch at
yeah,
that
I was
point?
just sitting on the
Okay.
couch. I got up and
Yeah.
she said, we got closer and I kind of got like an attitude with her and like spoke up about myself. Like, no, I don't like treated like this. And then
Yeah.
she basically just stood up to me and said it again. And then I said, no, I'm not going to like stand up for myself. And then she slapped me right here. And then I stood up. And that's when she pushed me and I pushed her back. Then
So she slapped you while you were still
yeah,
sitting?
I was just sitting there.
Okay.
Just,
And then you stood up and
yeah, I stood up and that's when she pushed me and then
Okay.
she just threw me and that's when
now when she pushed you, did you fall down or
I kind of fell down first, then she kind of twisted me and I fell down. So she
Okay.
kind of made me fall down.
she kind of made you fall down? And then what point did she grab your neck? Do you remember?
When I got on the ground like this, she had me in her hair and like she was kind of getting me on the ground. Think about
Was she striking you at all after that, or just the first?
It was just the first
Okay.
grabbing and you know,
And then slam you on the ground and grab. Did you get to hit her at all or anything
no,
like
sir, I
that?
didn't.
Okay. All right. If you just have a seat. And when she came inside, where were you sitting?
I was sitting on the recliner to the left.
In the same room, though?
Yes,
Okay.
in the same
All right. And your story is the same as that,
Yes.
basically. So I was just making sure. Hi, doggy.
Can he stop her from coming in here?
Yeah. So it'll be tied to this house where his residence is, right?
Yeah.
And then wherever he moves after that. So she can't come here. She can't come in with so many feet of this house,
If she sees
or where he
him
works. If he
somewhere.
work right. No, if she sees him out. Now, we can't obviously predict the future, but if she sees him there, knows he's there, she has to be one to leave, not you. That's what I would recommend, because
Okay.
it seems like she's...
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's just odd that out of
That's what
nowhere...
she wants.
Yeah, she-
And isn't she never gotten physical with you? So she was just mostly mad about you not contacting her
I
back?
had contact with her because of my phone being, you know.
And she needed to try to get mail, is what she was trying to...
I think it's because I got checked or something.
Did she end up taking any mail with her?
Yeah, she took a lot of mail.
Okay. And so it's been since what year did she live here? Do you remember?
I say she moved out 2016, 2015.
So she hasn't been here in almost 10 years,
Yeah,
8 years.
Well-
But she still comes here a lot, or what?
Yeah, to get her mail and every now and then.
However, what's every now and then? Like once a month, once a...
Month or, you know,
Okay.
it's spread out.
And her along pretty well?
They have her.
But not enough where he's like, just come in my house, right?
No.
Okay.
And definitely not enough to do this.
Yeah,
No.
well, she's going to be explaining to you how fortunate she is that he's not pressing charges,
Yeah.
because I'm telling you, that's a whole different...
Well, I hope somebody...
313. I guess she's calling in now. She must have got wind that y'all called in, so...
So she's calling.
Yeah, that's what dispatch is saying. She's calling in. So I'll go meet with her now, and then
Oh, she's calling in like about us.
About
Why-
the situation.
she's probably found out, or someone told her, hey, the cops are out front of the house, and so she probably won't tell her side, is all that usually happens.
But this,
Yeah.
when you meet with her, she will be arrested.
Most likely. And I'm not 100% guaranteed, unless she comes up with some major story of
Which,
something else.
She's known. She can lie.
Yeah.
She's I've caught her multiple lies. So I mean, she's.
Right.
It wouldn't surprise me if.
Well,
But I mean, that's not. I mean, I didn't make that phone call for me to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm going to send her to jail today."
Right, I
It's
know,
only the
I know.
fact of how young he is.
I know.
I want to stress to her that she's lucky Rodney.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm
didn't
going to. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's going to be made
not
aware of
going in
that.
the door and such
Yes,
burglary.
I know.
And
She's...
that's. I came over here a lot as a kid because DCF was over there at my mom and my dad's place. They got arguing domestic cases and all that. So I don't take that stuff very.
Yeah.
That's where grandpa's standing right out there.
Yeah, that's my
picking
grandpa
up
standing
peacock.
right up there.
Oh.
Actually, yeah. Just one.
It'll be your word against hers, and everything you've said is truthful, and you got scars to prove it. I don't know that she'll have anything, but did you ever hit her?
No, I didn't hit her. Besides, me trying to fight back from tossing and turning over, getting up.
Removing her hands.
Right.
Trying to get her off of me.
She's going to feel bad. I know she is. I hate it.
That's probably what it is. She probably feels bad. But I believe what y'all have said. I haven't talked to her yet. I'm just saying what's on the screen. Just don't lie if there is. I'm not saying that you did lie, but don't, because the perjury is worse than the crime she's facing. I'm being serious. It's a felony. She's saying somebody pulled a gun on her?
I had it on the counter. It was my one because he just came and caught me. I had picked it up, but I never pulled it. Never pulled it.
Okay.
Pulled it.
What kind of what is it?
It's a 9mm. It's in that back room. It's not in here. It's nowhere to be.
It was late.
She looked at it.
She looked at it, and that's why I picked it up and moved it. Set it out.
Okay, so it was out in the living room where y'all were fighting or whatever?
It was in the kitchen, right there in that kitchen.
Okay. No reason for her to believe that you pointed at her or anything like that?
I didn't point it at her. I simply moved it out of her reach. Just that the safety.
So where you picked it up? Where? Tell me.
It was on the counter right here, and then we had centered like a round table right here. I put it on there, and then when she left, I went in there and put it in my dad's room on my way.
Okay.
So is it loaded?
I think so.
If you'll just hang with him, I'm gonna talk to her over here if that's all right. Can you get out for me, please? I'm scared of what you can grab or stab me with. Not saying you would, but it happens. All right, dear. So what happened?
Okay.
Did you know we were called over there, or did someone tell you?
I was already there when they were doing it. I was trying to get out the house.
What's that? You were there when we were there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I knew they were calling.
Oh, I got you.
This is what happened. I go over there because I don't live there, but all my mail goes there because that's my childhood home. That's where I grew up at.
Right.
I move a lot, so I just keep my address there. It's just easier. I can just go get it. I walked in on the couch with Peyton, which is the 18-year-old. And so when I walked in, they were hitting their vapes and they were hitting their THC.
Wait, so who's the third person? So you had Peyton and who?
It was just us. When I walked in, it was just them two sitting on the couch.
I got you.
And so when I walked in, I looked at him. Why are you not at school? I've been trying to call you off Lehman's phone. Why are you not answering? And why are you hitting a THC pin in a vape? I've already told you about this.
Yeah.
And he went the off on me. And he was like, get the out of the house. You shouldn't even be in here. Get out before I shoot you. And I started searching for my mail as he was talking his shit. Right. And I was trying to find my mail because it's in usually 2 designated places. And he got up, and I didn't even see his gun on the counter. Right. And so I went to turn around. So when I seen him get up, and he was telling me, get the out before I shoot you and this and that. So when I turned around, I seen him reach for it. And so I just got it out of his hand, and I just got him on the ground. And I just got him on the ground, and I told him, like, bro, what the is wrong with you? Yeah. I'm literally here to get my mail. Like, why are you doing all this? And then that's when Peyton was like, get the off of him, I'm calling the cops. I said, man, I don't give a if he's calling the cops. Who the says that? You're gonna pull a gun on me? Dude, I'm here to get my mail. That is it. Right. And so then he started coming at me, and he got on the phone like, get the out of my house. Don't put your hand. I was like, I told Rodney, I don't give a about none of that. Why are you pulling a gun on me? Why does he even have a gun in the house? Right. Like, be for real. So then I couldn't find my mail, and I had my kids in the car because I wasn't there long. I wasn't trying to be there long. That was not my goal.
Is that your brother?
That's my older brother.
Were you with them, or is it just your kids?
It was just me and my kids. And so I went, and so then when all that started happening, I was trying to hurry up and search for my mail. I couldn't find it. I gave up. I find what did have my kid's name on it because there was something with his insurance. So I just grabbed that and left. Okay. Payne was outside, which is the 18-year-old. She was outside on the phone, and she was talking to me as I was going out the gate, talking about something, oh, you're just gonna leave now, you're gonna leave now. I just looked at her and I just rolled my eyes, and then when I got in the car, I just left. Yeah. And I got the kids to my mother-in-law's house, so they're out of my vicinity, just in case anything did happen. They weren't gonna watch me go away, or whatever the case may have been. So then I got them to there, and then I came to my brother's house, and that's when I told him everything that happened. And I told him, like, bro, like, I didn't mean to do that, dude. Like, I wasn't expecting him to threaten to pull the gun on me. Like,
He had the firearm. Did he point it at you and stuff?
He
or?
went to grab it. He was already telling me he was gonna shoot me.
Right.
And like I said, I didn't realize it was in my peripheral until I went to turn around and I realized what he was grabbing for. That's when I got it. Before he even picked it up, I was able to smack it, get it out of his hand, wrestle him for it. And that's when I just got him to the ground.
So where was the gun at?
It was on the counter, on the kitchen counter.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. Did anything physical happen with you and the neighbor? Yeah.
No, I just told her, get the out of my face. She was getting in my face and I told her, bro, get the out of my face. Leave me the alone. Leave me alone. I didn't even hit her. I didn't touch her. I got past her. I was trying to get the out the house.
Let me ask, I'm not being rude. I just don't know your family situation, right? So I haven't even talked. Is it okay that you just go in the house, or do they let you in, or how do you get in the house?
Rodney don't care. Rodney's never cared. I come in there to get my mail all the time. That's nothing new.
How do you get in the house, though?
Just
the front.
in.
Which door?
The back door. It's always unlocked.
Oh. There's a back door on the other side of the residence?
The front door, what we call the back door is the back door on the carport.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's
with the one with the doggy door?
Yeah,
okay.
that's what we refer to.
So you just go in there and that.
Yeah.
And you said he wasn't returning your calls or whatever?
No, because I was calling him off because my phone is broke. My phone's been broke for the past 3 weeks. But
Okay.
my boyfriend, which is who I live with, me and my kids, he has Peyton and Snapchat. And so I was already been trying to call them all morning and I couldn't get a hold of him. And I was like, okay, I'll just go over there. I didn't even think he was home,
Yeah.
but I know how to get in the house anyways, even if no one's home.
So you needed to go there to get some mail? Is what
Yes,
okay,
I need
gotcha.
my debit card. I just got paid today.
Did you find it, or you don't know?
No, I didn't find it. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
But then my mom, once I got to my brother's house, and my mom called Mikey, which is my older brother, and she was like, "Oh, see, I have it," and I was like, "I wish you would have just told me."
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't know that. I didn't know any of that. I did not find that out until we were on the way here talking to my mom and filling her in.
Did you hit him at all, or did he hit you at all in the altercation?
Yeah, he swung at me. He
Okay.
he freaking swung at me, and I just lost my shit, and I just got him on the ground. He was trying to wrestle me, but I body slammed his to the ground
Right.
to get him pinned down, and then when he got up, that's when I noticed he was trying to reach for it, to go around. Because when he
So you had already fought before he started reaching for it, you mean? Okay.
and that's when I was like, bro, I gotta get the out of here. And that's when Peyton was like, I'm calling the cops on you.
So
and
when
blah,
did he
blah,
swing
blah.
at you? Let's go back to that part.
So he swung on me when I first walked in because
Okay.
I told him my first thing
In the living room?
In the living room, yeah.
Okay.
So because he was sitting right there on the couch that's facing the kitchen.
Right, okay,
So when he
gotcha.
was sitting right there, I walked in and my first question was, why are you not answering my call? My second question is, why are you not at school? And then my third question to Peyton is, why are you here?
Yeah.
Because why are y'all here? Y'all shouldn't even be here. And he said, you shouldn't even be here. Get the out. Don't worry about why I'm home.
Yeah.
And I said, why are you here? You should be at school. And that's when he said, get the out. Don't worry about why I'm here. Get out.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be here. And that's when I started going off on him. I was like, I'm literally here just to get my mail. Chill out. And that's when he was like, get out before I shoot you.
Yeah.
And that's when everything just...
So what, did he stand up out of the couch?
Yeah, he stood up. You see how short
Yeah.
I am?
Yeah.
He stood up, and that's when he tried to grab me, and I just wrestled his ass to the ground.
Okay. He didn't, when he swung, you said he tried to swing on you?
He tried to swing on
Did
me,
he
but I'm
hit you?
too fast. He tried,
Okay.
but he can't.
He didn't hit you?
No.
Okay. So you're not hurt or anything like that?
I got my elbow scraped pinning his ass to the ground, but
Yeah.
that was it.
All right. So your name's Oceana?
Oceana.
Oceana, sorry.
okay.
So unfortunately, you're going to jail. I got 2 people against you. So you have to go tell it to a judge.
For what?
Because it's domestic violence. They didn't even want to press charges. And you're lucky because I talked to want you in the house. He don't want to press charges.
He's lying.
It's
I
his
swear
house,
to God.
so I have to take his word. I don't know
I
it.
have mail going
I know.
there.
Listen, it doesn't matter because he doesn't want to press charges anyways. I'm just saying if he did, then you'd be looking at burglary, breaking and entering. But the main problem you're looking at is because of how young...
Pulled a gun on me.
I know,
He
that's what you said,
threatened
but
to
like 2
shoot
other people
me.
saying there was nothing like that.
What? Of course they're gonna take his
I
side.
But you gotta go tell this to a judge. I can't get involved. It's domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you put yourself in there when you're not even a resident of the place puts you.
Who goes there? What are you talking
Yeah, but
about? That
you
is
haven't lived there in
literally
you haven't lived there in almost 10 years.
No, it has not been that long.
They said-
For real.
they said
I
about
moved out when I was
2016.
17.
Right.
I'm
Still years
22.
ago, though, just because you get
No,
your
it
mail.
has only been 5 years.
Still, that's a long time. All right, watch out. Anything you need on you, like an ID or anything like that? You need to go with you? No. Okay. You got anything on you? Nothing.
No.
You're a female, so I ain't gonna search you. You don't look like you have much.
I don't have
Is there anything in that?
pockets.
Nothing?
On my vape. It's not my vape. It's probably just my pocket.
Where is your vape?
right there in the car.
Okay, they'll throw that away, so I'd rather not do that with you. You ain't got anything else on you because I'm a lot more easy to work with in the jail, right? Nothing.
No.
Okay, all right. Just hop up in here. All right, I know you're upset, right? So the main problems we're looking at is one, you entered a house where you're really not supposed to be, except for I know you get your mail, but you don't live there, right? You haven't lived there, you said, in a few years.
No, I moved out 2019, 2018,
Right.
2019.
So that's almost 5, 6 years ago.
Well, that house, viewers knew how toxic that household
Oh, well,
is.
it seems like
move
it.
Out, you want to move out too?
Right, I'm not blaming you for that, but the problem is you entered their house. You didn't even have a reason to be there. I mean, he said he does. You
But
usually
I don't
do come.
care what he says. We never got along because I'm not his kid.
Well, I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying that's just what I'm being told. Unfortunately, it's his house. You know what I'm saying? And then there's 2 other people about that, and the fact that he's got injuries on him to match the story.
Shouldn't threaten me.
And he didn't want to press charges if it makes you feel better. He didn't, but in domestic violence because y'all used to live together. So it doesn't mean you're guilty, but you have to see a judge about it, and they have to decide what they're going to do with your. Usually, it's just something where you don't go back to the house, or you know what I mean, something like that. Make sure your mail starts sent somewhere else. But you'll see a judge in the morning, and you'll get a bond. Do you have anybody that can bond you out usually? Like nobody.
I have nobody. So
What about your boyfriend?
I'm sure it's for my mother-in-law, will, yeah, but they don't even know what the is going on.
Right. I mean, you get a call in there. You're able to call and everything from there. So do you need any phone numbers or anything, or do you know them?
I don't have the numbers off the top of my head.
You don't? Okay.
My phone is broke. It's been broke for the past
so you can't even access it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what you're looking at right now. It's just that, unfortunately, it constitutes as child abuse in Florida when you put your hands on somebody under 18.
So it's just going to be overlooked the fact that he threatened me?
Well, I wasn't there for that. That's what I'm saying. But only the neighbor, that Peyton girl that you're mentioning, said that never happened. That you didn't. I'm not saying I wasn't there. I'm not. I understand. There's always 2 sides of the story. You all right? Aside from how this is, huh? But you're not hurt or anything, right?
No.
Okay. Oh, great. Hold on. I'm gonna go. That's your brother there. I'm gonna go explain that to him real quick. All right.
Potentially drop the charges. He called first, so he gets the advantage.
Well, unfortunately, we have a witness there that she doesn't have. You know what I'm saying?
Which would be Peyton, right?
Yes, correct.
Which is the adult
neighbor
that was giving him.
I don't know. I don't know anything about all that.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm sure there's always 2 sides to the story. They don't even want to press charges, but based in Florida being a domestic violence, she put herself in that situation. The dad that owns the house saying she's not supposed to be there, that she moved out years ago. So once she gets a bond, you just go through a bail bondsman usually, and you pay 10% of whatever. So if it's a $1,000 bond, you pay $100 to the bondsman. She gets out, and then she has to go to her court date, whichever court date.
Can I talk to her through the window?
Yeah, she's back here. Just don't stick fingers or anything.
Understood. No contraband.
Sometimes they bite.
I'm gonna call your job. I don't know if it'll help, but I'll go call him.
Yeah, at least give them a heads up. That way they can get a replacement. All right, well, that's not the end. She'll be out in 2 days at most. I mean, she'll have a bond tomorrow. It just depends on how quick one of y'all get her out. Okay.
Got the money and I got her card.
Okay, good. All right. Yes, ma'am.
The woman was charged with cruelty toward a child.